number 3 is underway.
Oh, I love you, Vegas crowd. I'm looking down at you. Keep getting loud for me out there as we're now in game number 3. Uplink on Throwback. We're watching Attach from Faze Clan as he's the last alive, gonna try to stall whatever pressure Splyce can put on. There goes 2. Attach off the break of this game, keeping control of the map for his team.
Well, now, number 2 on the mini-map, Jerd, he is all the way in his opponent's base, but there aren't any gunfights for him, so he needs to get back mid-map, try and pick up some kills. That's what he's going to do. Not even, barely able to pick up the first one, and nearly able to get that turned on there, so evened up 2-2 odds. So Jerd, again, doing a good job to get back into the base, causing all sorts of problems. He's going to be on that 4-kill streak as well. Finally, though, able to shut him down.
Right now, every time I think Faze gets a kill, the crowd is getting into it, so you can tell they're quite NA heavy here in Vegas. No surprise there, though. I don't know why I just went to the drone. That didn't make any sense as there was no pressure on it for the moment, but Attach will try to stay alive near this underpass area as, ooh, nice shot to the OSA from that range, but here we go. It's time for Jerd and crew to go for the throw. There's the connection. Splyce up 1-0 after the first minute of gameplay.
Yeah, and you can see Splyce is really trying to prioritize the spawn trap that you can put in. We saw that from the positioning of Jerd earlier on. Still, though, it is a good job by Faze to make sure to clear out their base to contain that lead just by a 1-point difference. Still, though, it is going to be Splyce on the attack. They have all sorts of control, and for the moment, Faze is kind of pinned back under their portal inside of bowling. Jerd's going to try and get at least another 1-point toss on board. Attach, though, there to take him down.
Josh trying to stay alive. It's Play stopping him in his tracks, so I do believe for the moment Faze have stopped this pressure, and I do like how Bance has slowed this down. Nicely done by him to recognize the situation. Doesn't try to charge forward, just stays in control of top ticket window, and when he's got that locked down, his teammates are allowed to do what they're doing right now. Chance of that flood right across middle map. Bance gonna go ahead, try to get this one. Not gonna happen, and now Faze, they've finally caught their ground, and they're gonna look to move up the map. Jerd lasts alive, but again, he gets 2, and that's been the theme so far of this map, Chances. Finally, when Faze move up, there's a player from Splyce to get a 2-piece that stops any pressure they can put on.
Yeah, and right now, Jerd is 9-5. He is causing all sorts of problems. He is constantly putting pressure on Faze, and occasionally Faze is able to deal with it, but again, you can only play defense for so long before those points are going to slip through. So again, Faze trying to throw that drone mid-map, get as much control as possible. They're leaning towards that lemon side, and again, who's your guy that's going to be stopping that? It is going to be Jerd, able to find one, trying to get the second as well, shuts down Zuma. So again, Faze, they are struggling to just even get on the attack.
Now Enables actually found himself under the portal of Splyce. There's no drone to show for it, though, so these kills are great, but he needs his teammates to win the engagements middle map if they want to act on this. So far, they've gotten 2, and they can look to score off this one, but somehow Josh has snuck behind enemy lines. Zuma, though, expects the flank, as Splyce need to now do what Faze has done so far this game, which is push out of their base, get some kills near their spawn to relieve some of this push that Faze are trying to put in. 3 kills, 4 dead. Faze Clan, they've done it, and now they can go for their first score of the game.
Yeah, Placer's going to have this drone, going to go straight through Grandma's. You have Zuma still in the base as well. This is going to be a dunk without some crazy gunfight going down. And entire credit right there. Got to give it to Zuma. He was in the spot that Enable is actually in right now, watching that cross, and he was able to go on a 5-streak while doing it, setting up this spawn trap as well. So you're going to have that drone go for the 1-point toss. That's going to connect. So what was once a Splyce 1-0 lead, Faze very quickly is able to turn around, continuing in this spawn trap. Enable hasn't left this spot. He can count out how many players cross over. Finally, someone from Splyce is able to shut him down, but still, the pressure is on. Will Splyce be able to hold defensively?
Clayster just holding this top vending side. Does get cut down from close range, and it's going to be up to Enable to lock down middle map. We'll see how long he can stay alive for. It doesn't seem like it's too much. The OSA from close range from Bance shreds him in 2, and I do like this pressure now from Splyce. You've got to get bus control, which they do now have with Bance on your minimap, but it's attached with the 2-piece. So many times at Uplink this weekend, we've seen where a team is about to push forward, make a play happen, and then there's a miraculous 2-piece from the defensive side to really force the offensive team to get crafty with their play. Here's another example. It's Clayster this time around. Bance, though, with 2 of his own, as he's left last alive.
Yeah, Bance needs to pick up more kills. He is going to fall, so it's not looking very good for Splyce to get more points on the board towards the end. It all comes down to those gunfights, but it is going to be Faze putting on the pressure. Attach already inside of Silo. He's able to pick up a 2nd kill. He's on a 5-streak, by the way, 250 off of that Trinity rocket, still inside a barn. He's just shooting players in the back. They haven't been able to figure out exactly where Attach is going to be, causing all sorts of problems. Finally gets shut down. Still, though, that drone is just hanging out by Blue. We are going to be going into side number 2 with a 3-1 lead by the Faze Clan.
The respawns looking like Faze's key to success in this series. as they are up 3-1. Cool, calm, and collected is the team. Clayster and the squad, once they got control of middle map, they were able to rally it in for what, a dunk and then a 1-point play. Outside of that, though, it was a lot of push forward for a team, get wiped, restart from your base, and do the same thing to the opposing squad.
Yeah, I was going to say, Splyce probably had control of that side for 3.5, 4 minutes, but as soon as Faze had just a moment to breathe, they completely broke through to score 3 quick points.
And that's what's even scarier now for the side Faze is on, because typically, Faze are now on the preferred side with rallying in those scores. You force your opponent to spawn out in your blue, and then you just push forward with the objective. Clayster's already going for it. The one just over, just nearly misses the portal, but hey, it doesn't matter as Clay is still there. He dunks it on in. 30 seconds off the break, and that's a score for Faze.
Calculated play, that was done on purpose. He knew Attach was going to be there for the putback. It is a bit unfortunate. If he was able to connect, Attach might have been able to have his gun out to set up for the spawn trap, but no matter, points are points. Still, those Splyce hanging around mid-map, they have control just for a moment, but again, Zuma, he's just causing all sorts of problems. He's behind enemy lines, but look, and now he's incredibly tough to deal with.
Yeah, he's expecting them to keep spawning blue, but there's actually no pressure from Faze on that bike path area, so they just spawn behind him and shoot him in the back. He says, okay, thanks, Zuma, for that one. As pressure will remount towards middle, 4 minutes remaining, and for the difference in score between these teams. You haven't seen Splyce get a full 4 dead on Faze yet this map, and I think that's something they're going to have to change up if they want to come back in this game. Jerd trying to sneak through. There's the one. He connects with it. 5-2, now back within 3.
Difficult play, but he was able to pull it off. Just a 2-possession game now between these two teams. Of course, that push is going to allow Faze to get that control again. You see how far up Zuma always seems to be pushed. He's always behind enemy lines. He's in the building right now. Mad Cat's just trying to relieve some pressure. Able to pick up that kill on Clayster. And again, that's going to be nice little reset. We're going to have another opportunity for Splyce to be on the attack.
Jerd moving forward with the drone. He's got his lead blockers. 1 dead on Faze. Oh.
Not quite.
Okay, well, you know what? Let's just switch off of that, and we'll go ahead and refocus towards Mad Cat, as he will try to stay alive in the Faze base. As they try to go for a crafty one, it doesn't work out, and wow. 3 go down for Splyce. Faze stop without letting up a point.
And again, we saw just as soon as Faze gets a moment to go on the attack, they can completely run the score over. That's going to be 3 down in their favor. The last player alive is going to be Top Ticket. He's shooting as well. Jerd's able to take down 1, but probably you're going to expect
overdrive.
To see overdrive comes in. That's going to be another dunk. More importantly, another 3 down. Spawn trap time.
Here it comes, folks. The spawn trap Faze have been looking for. Now the score, 7-2, 2.5 minutes remaining. This could get out of hand quickly if they can't shut down Clayster.
And look at that spawn trap as well. You saw Enable. He was in his spawn watching the overextension. They had Zuma watching the trains, and the other 2 players were in the base. So they literally had entire map coverage setting up just for a single spawn trap. Now Zuma's going to be able to get in another dunk. That is played absolutely perfectly. That is textbook Throwback Uplink.
Shoots Attach in the back, but hey, the damage has been done. 9-2 now the score. This was the setup I'm talking about. Faze, when they've got this locked down, it's going to be tough to break. Clayster with the 2-piece, still putting on the pressure. Splyce, they do have the right idea by getting control of Bus again, but Clay, he sniffs it out. This is just rough to watch. As this respawn is getting so one-sided in these final minutes, you're going to see the drone picked up with Clayster in bowling. They have nothing to worry about on the flank. If he wins this one-on-one, there should be a dunk coming in for Attach. Instead, he'll settle for the 1. Faze up 10-2.
Minute and a half left, 8 points between these 2 teams. 4 times they're going to have to get a dunk on board. It's not impossible, but it is certainly not going to be easy. Jerd, though, has that in hand. Looks like he's going to go for the quick 1-point toss. The interception not going to be there. However, URC Faze is able to take it. 2 kills, make that a 3rd. Mad Cat's last one alive, and that is 4 down from Faze, and that's all they need.
Every time Splyce has scored, they haven't been able to rally like Faze has. If you think of the amount of times where Faze has scored these points, it's been like 10 points in 3 minutes of actual gameplay. The rest is contesting for middle. Meanwhile, Splyce has these 1-point plays that has really just been because they try to do whatever they can with map positioning. It doesn't really work out. 55 seconds left. Chance, I don't see any reason why Splyce should come back in this game.
Well, now really the question is retaliation hardpoint is going to be our next map.
Yeah.
We already know Faze looked pretty good on map 1.
Did they?
They look incredibly good on map 3 as well. Is there anything that Splyce can even do in respawn against Faze?
They have the team that's capable of doing it, but right now I think it's just Faze being so well practiced, so prepared, showing why they won that PlayStation experience here now this weekend. They're cruising right on through. 20 seconds left. We're just waiting for time to tick down. Now it's just padding the stats as Attach is 32 and 20. Zuma 30 and 21. The duo making it happen with the ARs used to subs. Either way, they're matching the meta. Folks in the venue, FaZe Clan will go up 2-1 as they go back to the game mode that they beat Splyce by 228 seconds in earlier on this series.
I mean, this is just crazy, right? Like, this is about as close to perfect Call of Duty as I think we've seen.